Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Hello, my lovely my.
I know,
Fucking
just
cunt.
you. Wow, just you. I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye, Whitney.
Bye. See ya.
Hello, our lovely listeners, and
Hi.
welcome to Take a Sip with Thurlene and Whitney.
Whitney. Yep.
Whitney.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm a little tired.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's been a week.
It has. Want to talk about what we did on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, but can I back up and talk about what I did Monday?
Yes, you can.
And then we'll get into Valentine's Day, which we had so much fun. Monday, so I volunteer with American Cinematheque, and they were showing Poor Things with the Q&A with Emma Stone, director Yorgos, and the writer Tony McNamara. Yeah, look at me. And it was so cool. I thought that I was not going to be into it for the third time. Like, oh yeah, I'll just leave and come back. No, next thing I know, the movie's over, Q&A starting. So that was pretty sick. Still my favorite movie of last year. You're looking at me like, that's cute.
It's one of my favorite movies of last year for sure.
Yeah.
What? I don't know what mine is.
Yeah. It's not Oppenheimer.
Maybe it is. Shut up.
Yeah, did that. And then what did I do Tuesday? No? Well, let's get into Valentine's Day.
Woo.
Oh my gosh. We went to Cinespia. They do this Valentine's Day, what would you call it? A ball? Shindig?
Party? Soiree?
Soiree. Valentine's Day soiree. And I've been doing it for quite a long time, 7 years now, I think. And I just love to do it every year. You were not really trying to go.
Yeah, but I've been going
Correct.
since I was in diapers, not diaper, high school. I've been going since high school.
Have they done the Valentine's Day soiree since then?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And it's at the Los Angeles Theater, which I love. It's so cool. If you haven't been there, check it out. But the reason why Thurlene was hesitant in going this year is because they were playing the 20th anniversary of
The Fart Book.
The Notebook. And I had to I felt like I was twisting your arm.
So when I heard the announcement of The Notebook for their Valentine's Day screening, I was like, I'm not going to that because I hate that movie.
And I bought my ticket right away. Party of one. Whoever wants to come.
And I'm also just not a big Valentine's Day girl.
I am.
And I literally think the day of, I was like, I guess I'll go. And I went. And I watched The Notebook.
And you looked really cute.
I did.
Yeah, we took photos.
And then I had to sit through The Notebook.
Yeah, people were still crying.
Disgusting. I was like, oh, maybe this viewing, people will realize it's a bad movie. I mean, the people next to us left.
Yes, they did.
Good for them.
I love it. I love The Notebook.
I was like, same. I wish I'm with you guys in spirit.
Yeah, we trapped you in the row.
You really did.
Yeah.
I hate getting up in the middle of a movie. I really do.
And we had some crazy shoes on too, so you definitely had some crazy shoes.
Could you imagine me hobbling out of the theaters with my tiny little steps?
But it was still fun, and we had a couple of our friends with us too. It was a good time.
I had fun. I just
Yeah.
hate the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
But I can sit through a movie I don't like and be fine. I can
Yeah.
do that. I've done it plenty of times in my life.
It helps that it's at the Los Angeles Theater. I love seeing a movie in that theater. The seats aren't great, but I always am transported back to the 40s. I don't think anyone was with my big ass and 6'2" though in the 40s, because those seats are just very uncomfortable, but whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that was really fun. And then I'm trying to think, what else did I watch this week? Oh, last night? Are you talking about last night? Thurlene's giving me these big eyes. Last night I went to a midnight showing of It Follows at the New Beverly. And all my friends are very excited because apparently we tried to watch this before and I just decided to go to sleep about 10 minutes in, which doesn't make sense because there's a part in the beginning where that girl's leg is up by her head and broken.
Do you remember that?
No. So apparently I went to sleep about 5 minutes in because that was the beginning of the movie. I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't remember this at all. So I just said no, knocked out. But I watched it. It was a good time. I liked it. Why are you laughing at me?
If you didn't like that movie, I don't know what I would do. It wouldn't be good for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I also letterboxed it because I'm trying to get better with Letterbox. But as you know, I'm not writing crazy reviews on Letterbox. But I just said, I'm really glad I don't have to wait 10 years to see if they follows. Get it? Get it?
Yeah. Hilarious.
This is also me at like 3 a.m. just like, I just watched a movie at midnight. I'm so tired. But worth it. It was a good movie. I liked it. Let the record show. I liked it.
I think you should only do Letterboxd reviews either when you're really tired or really drunk.
Ooh, that would be really fun. But I should also like sign it drunk. Like sign it Wenty.
No.
Wenty Savage is my drunk name.
No,
just leave it.
Just
and
leave
let
it.
People think okay.
These are
So far, I've really letterboxed when I'm tired or when I'm drunk. So
keep it up. They're great.
Thank you. I don't see you hearting them on that though. So
I'm not on Letterboxd. I've only seen the ones you've shown me personally.
oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. We can talk about that later. Yeah. How was your week?
We covered it.
Oh, great. Cool. One thing I did on Thursday, I went to the American Cinematheque Gala. I know. Yes. How can I forget?
You look cute.
Thank you.
With your little red carpet look.
Little red carpet.
Baby's first red carpet.
It was. Yes, it was. I think so. They were honoring Helen Mirren and Kevin Getz for Screen Engine about like audience research, which I found fascinating. But yeah, Helen Mirren, and they asked her to have people talk on her behalf. So she asked Bryan Cranston. She asked Vin Diesel. Harrison Ford sat next to her the whole night. Real cute. Her husband was there. Alan Cumming. It was a really nice night. It was really fun. So that was very exciting. I was at the Beverly Hilton, and I felt real glamorous, I volunteered, and I was on the red carpet.
As we know, since we recorded, the Super Bowl happened.
Yes.
And I asked you if you noticed anything in particular about Blake Lively at the Super Bowl. And I gave you like a whole week to...
You pretty much told me, look at Blake Lively photos. Do you notice what I notice? And I kept being like, I always look at Blake Lively photos, and I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like...
Okay, so I noticed she wasn't wearing her wedding ring.
Oh.
Which is weird because her husband had a movie trailer drop during the Super Bowl. I just think it's weird. I've never seen her without it, personally, since they've been married. And they're a very, curated couple.
He did also post, where is my wife as a joke on his stories during the Super Bowl.
He did. Not wearing her wedding ring. Interesting. I just thought it was interesting.
Did it? I know also the next day she somehow miraculously made it to the Michael Kors show, and I want to go back and see if she has it on for that. Maybe she didn't wear it for a football game. I'm really giving benefit of the doubt.
Really? She didn't wear it for a football game, but she was wearing all that goddamn jewelry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make me cry.
Oh.
Mom and Dad.
Oh. Don't look up their blind items.
Are there blind items? Come on. Really? Give me one.
I will give you one.
Okay.
It's the nicest one. It's not that nice, but it's the nicest one.
What is it?
The reason we don't see Blake Lively in a lot of films is because he doesn't want her to be in a lot of films. He wants her at home with the kids.
I think I heard that one.
I think I told you that one, actually.
Probably. You're my blind items website. Oh, man. Oh, no.
That's all I'll say.
Oh, that's all. I need to take a sip. Oof. That really hurt me. Hold on. Oh, my God. That was heavy. Wow, you're really jumping in the gate with this. Is this going to be the whole episode?
That's why I get really excited when I see Blake Lively in a movie. Because I'm like, he let her out the house. Good.
Yeah, I don't know if she wrapped it, but she's filming that one with Justin Baldini. Is that right?
Good for her. I'm glad.
They were making out all over. I can't wait to watch this movie. It's Okay.
Also,
Oh, what?
one other bit of Super Bowl news.
Oh, okay. I get nervous now.
You do.
I'm like,
you should
what are you
see-
going to tell
You
me?
should see Whitney's face.
God, eventually they will.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Before the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
I predicted
Yes.
that Beyonce's next album in Renaissance would be
Mm-hmm.
country.
Yes, you did.
And I just want to say I was correct. That's all.
You were. And there was even a fight in our group chat with our buddy Jeff. Not a fight, but he was just like, yeah, that's been known. And you were like, no. And I was watching it, but I was like, no. If it was only known to me because you told me in our podcast recording.
It's been speculated for sure, but
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what Beyonce's going to do. I
No.
have an inkling of what Beyonce's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think her next part 3, I might change this in the future, but as of right now, I think part 3 or act 3 of Renaissance will be rock.
Mm.
We'll see. I might
see.
change that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what other genre she would try and do
My theory.
that would make such a big, cultural impact, you know?
Yeah, so I think what she's doing with Renaissance is taking music that was started by Black people and she's reclaiming it
Absolutely.
for the community.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what other.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 biggest white genres at the moment, in my opinion.
Unless
you
I
know?
secretly found out that Black people created polka music or something.
Probably did.
Damn.
Probably did. Let's find out. Let's research that and bring it on the next episode. Can we talk about the Usher halftime show?
Yes.
What did you think?
I'm an Usher stan. I
Mm-hmm.
love Usher. I thought he did good.
I did too. I thought in the beginning it didn't sound great. I thought Alicia didn't sound great.
Why are you shocked about Alicia not sounding great? It's
Man.
I mean, here's the thing. I love my girl. She can play a piano.
She could record.
She could record.
The live is not strong suit. She does really stretch her vocals, I feel like, in those songs. Maybe she just needs to, take it down a little.
Fine tune
Note.
some
Yeah.
fine tuning.
The nostalgia for me was so great and epic, and I think Ludacris definitely saved the performance for me, because it could have gone. But it just makes me think of last year with Rihanna. Rihanna didn't need anyone, and I still think she did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I liked it. Made it home in time to watch the halftime show. Just turn around and go back to the movies.
Nice.
I was at the Egyptian all day, and I went home, take the dogs out, watch the halftime show, and then just went back and watched Raging Bull that night. So I was like, okay, win. But yeah, overall, nice Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We didn't watch the game.
I mean, sure.
Did you watch the game?
I did.
Oh, I did not.
I didn't care about the game, but I watched it.
Yeah, I want to know who won.
Yeah. Oh, the Chiefs won. Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team won.
Yeah. No, I got that. We're about a week later.
Yeah.
A week to the day.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, let's talk about Kristen Stewart's Rolling Stone cover.
I loved it.
She looks fucking hot.
She looks so good. I'm always contemplating nah, I'm straight. But if I wasn't, but I am. But if I wasn't, quit moving your head and your eyes at me. No, she looks so good.
She looks so...
What was the controversy with it?
Well, so a lot of people on the right wing of the political spectrum...
I love that you tilted your head to the right as well. Thank you for clarifying. Go ahead.
They were mad at it, or I don't know what. They just felt the need to comment on it for some reason. And it's so funny because his name is Tim something, I don't fucking care. It was just
What were they commenting? What were the comments?
well, so I think I forgot which news publication put out an article. It was either Vanity Fair or Variety.
Mm-hmm.
They made an article about it. Conservatives are mad about Kristen Stewart's post. I bet they can't name any movies that she's been in since Twilight. And like Tim was just like, yeah, I can't name a movie that she's been in since when. I'm like, because you clearly don't watch movies. Because I can name so many movies that she's been in post Twilight.
Right.
Like she's a superstar. I don't know. He's like, I don't.
Superstar.
And he was like kind of saying that she was kind of irrelevant, and the reason she's doing this post is because she wants to be relevant again. I'm like,
she's doing this post because of the movie that's coming out.
Yeah, she's very much relevant. I'm sorry that you didn't see Personal Shopper or Spencer. Or
Charlie's Angels.
Or Seaberg, or all the fucking other movies she's been in since. She's been in quite a lot.
But I felt like the cover and the spread is very relatable to the movie that she has coming. What is it, Love Bleeding or something?
Is it Love Lies Bleeding?
Yes, that one. But that character looks very much like the character in the spread.
And he was like, I think she looks unattractive. She looks really ugly. Her hair looks
hot
greasy.
as shit.
She looks like
hot.
She looks great.
Ooh.
But no,
hold on. Hold, please. Hot. So hot that I need another drink. Sorry. I'm so sorry, but she looked good.
Yeah, I think she looks great. I guess we're the target audience for that.
I guess.
And they weren't. Like, Candace Owens had shit to say about it, too. And she's like, I just miss when, like, girls looked like women or some bullshit like that. I'm like, this isn't for you. Mm-hmm. Like, get over it. Mm-hmm. Some people don't want to look like you, Candace Owens.
No.
At all.
At all.
With her fucking perm. It's annoying. I was just like, okay, cool, you're mad about it, then don't look at it. But people kept saying she looked gross and greasy, and I thought she looked fucking hot. She's taken, so I can't do her. But I would if she were single. Sure.
Yeah. I'm happy for you. We stan. Put her in my stan corner.
With your
other white people. Yep. Nope. I clocked it. Thank you. Can we talk about your favorite person?
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, my favorite filmmaker. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love him.
Love him lots.
You start.
Christopher Nolan announced that he wants to make a horror film. Why are you batting your eyelashes?
Good for him.
Honestly, yeah.
Sure.
I like when, filmmakers and people in the industry try and do other things. Mm-hmm. Like, let's stretch that skill set.
Yeah, let's stretch that skill set. Let's stretch that skill set. Maybe challenge ourselves a little bit more. Maybe I might like this one.
Let's call our regular people. Killian.
Yeah.
Yep. Who else? Let's bring back Christian Bale. No?
We can bring back Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Ooh.
Elliot Page.
Ooh. Let's go into our archives, deep in the phone book. Let's start calling people for this horror film.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh. Okay. So I haven't seen Inception. Is this where you're going? Is this where you're getting everyone from? Yeah, this is the one I haven't seen.
You don't need to see Inception.
Oh, okay,
you don't need to see any Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh.
You'll be fine.
Oh.
I said what I said.
Oh.
If you haven't noticed, I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan. It's fine. You can hate me for it.
Some of our friends do.
Yeah, they do. A lot of people do.
I liked Oppenheimer, so please keep listening because I liked Oppenheimer and I don't mind Christopher Nolan. Have I seen a lot of his films? Fun fact, no. But I like it. Who did Interstellar? He did it? I liked Interstellar. I did.
Unpopular opinion.
You hate it?
No, that's one of the few films of him that I actually like, but most fans of his don't like Interstellar.
God damn it.
And I also like The Prestige.
I haven't seen The Prestige since it came out.
I think those are
theaters, and I was confused. I was young.
I think those are his best. There's always just something missing from a Christopher Nolan film. Like, his movies just miss the mark for me. And I feel like with its runtime, a lot of my problems and issues with his films beforehand just culminated more with Oppenheimer. They were just more obvious because the movie is so long. Literally all of his issues were just presented in that movie. And that is my issue.
Damn, and that's the tea.
Yeah. So, when I say I'm not a fan of a filmmaker, I don't think they should stop making movies or anything. I just want them. I'm rooting for Christopher Nolan. I want him to make better movies. I want him to be the filmmaker that everyone claims he is and says he is. I want him to be worthy of the accolades that he's been getting. And that's my problem with Christopher Nolan. Also, at ArcLight, he would always sit in the front row and stare at you when you did greets. And it was kind of uncomfortable.
See, I would see him before or after the films because he would come to the restaurant. And I mean, usually his wife would speak for him or just speak, but he was always so passionate about movies. I'd always ask, what are you guys watching today? Because they came so often. And anytime he spoke, you can just hear the passion of seeing films in theaters. And he definitely would just keep expressing that point to me. And I was like, that's why I work here. Gotcha.
Yeah. And you can see his passion in his films. Like, again, I don't think his films are complete hot garbage, but I just don't love them like everyone else does.
Well, hopefully when he makes this horror film, you know,
Maybe.
It won't be, well, one, do we need a horror film that's 3.5 hours?
Yes.
Okay. If we do, a lot of blood for me.
I just want it to be good. That's all. I know.
Well, we'll see how he does with this horror. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah. I'm excited too. Again, I think he's a good filmmaker. He's just, in my opinion, not as good as everyone thinks he is.
Well, let's backtrack to the Super Bowl because during the Super Bowl, trailers dropped. Ooh, I love movie trailers. I love trailer drops. And I get up so early for work and first on Instagram. So I like see these new trailers at like 6 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God.
I'm so happy you said that because I know so many people are like, I never watch movie trailers. I think I'm like, no, I love a trailer drop. I get so fucking excited for trailers. Let's start with Twisters.
Yes. I'm so excited for Twisters. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Twister used to be on TV all the time growing up. I watched it all the time. I loved it. I'm not going to lie. When they said is it a remake?
A
sequel?
Reboot sequel
okay.
thing?
I was not excited when they announced it. I was like, how in the world? But then the trailer and I was like, oh, they're keeping it pretty. They knew what worked the first time. Let's keep it going. And I'm so stoked. I love the cast.
I'm so excited. I love a fun, silly disaster movie. And again, like you said, Twister was on all the fucking time.
All the time. And TBS, baby.
Ugh. And I remember just watching, I don't think for a long time, I just watched different segments of the movie. And then one time I eventually just sat down and watched it from the beginning. But I love Twister.
I love it. Makes me, this is why I've always lived not where there are tornadoes. Doesn't make sense to me why you want to live with tornadoes are common. I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Maybe this movie will really show them the light because, maybe a different kind of light. But.
It's crazy because here's the thing. People who live in certain natural disasters can't comprehend living in someone else's natural disaster. So people with tornadoes, for example, look at us and are like, I could never live in a place with an earthquake. And we're just like, I could never live. I mean, I've seen Twisters pull up a house.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And they're like, well, you can tell when a twister comes.
If you could tell, why are people still dying?
Yeah, and there's nothing you can really do. At least our city is like built for earthquakes.
We're not built for rain.
That's another thing. Cities who are like, no, I like hurricanes. I could never live in a tornado city or like a earth. I'm like, nah. I think earthquake out of all the natural. If I had to pick one, it's a fucking earthquake. Mm-hmm. What? The ground giggles for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm going on about my day.
This movie's really gonna help people figure it out. But I mean, Glenn Powell looks so good in the trailer.
Glenn Powell looks good in everything. That's what I'm putting that in my little.
When did that happen?
Section. He's always looked good.
He has. That rom-com on Netflix. I was like, hold the phone. Hello, Glenn.
Oh, Scream Queens for me. It's when
I think I stopped watching like half. He was really funny, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I stopped watching Scream Queens. I don't remember why, but it's when I was like, he's kind of sexy.
One of my favorite photos of him, it's really cute actually. It's him like kissing Taraji P. Henson's hand, and she's like laughing. It's such a cute little photo. It's one of my favorite like celebrity photos.
I also love his family. His family is so, like, he brings them everywhere. They're on so many red carpets with him, and they just seem like a really fun bunch. And one day I would like to meet his parents. Not him. I just want to meet his parents.
We would like to bring Glenn Powell's family on the podcast. Not
Yes.
Glenn. No.
Not Glenn.
No.
Glenn can cheer them on like they've been cheering him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to talk with your parents, Glenn.
Yeah. Please. Please.
We love parents on this podcast.
Yeah. Tia coming soon.
Another trailer that dropped during the Super Bowl was Wicked Part 1. As a musical theater girly, this movie has been in the works since I was like in middle school. So I'm so excited to watch it. I don't know why they're splitting it into 2 parts.
Money.
Sure. Yeah.
That's like the big thing now, is to split everything in 2 parts, make that money. Who started that? Harry Potter?
And I feel like here's the thing. I feel like Harry Potter did it correctly, because here's the thing. Harry Potter had part 1 in November, part 2 in July. Every other movie that splits it into 2 parts afterward,
It's like a year or 2.
it's a whole fucking year. And I'm like, why? I don't want to wait that long. Also, I would rather just watch all of Wicked in one fucking sitting. Like, I don't care if it's a 5-hour movie. Bring back intermissions. How about that? I'll do it.
Also, though, when you do these and they have to do the press tour again, they don't remember shit. Because it was years ago that they've filmed it.
I don't understand this trend of it. I also don't know what they're going to do, because here's the thing. The musical, its runtime is 2 hours 45 minutes, and that's with its intermission. So the musical is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Do you know if there's any new songs?
I think they're adding plot, I'm assuming. I don't fucking know. Unless we're getting 2 1 hour and 15-minute movies.
No.
They're not doing that. I know they're not. One can dream. But I just don't know. I know I'm assuming they're adding stuff from the book. Honestly, don't know what they would add, but it looks beautiful. And I think they filmed part 1 and 2 back to back, right? Yeah.
I think they did.
I only say that because there's scenes that are in the second act of the musical in this trailer. Like, Dorothy doesn't come in until act 2 of the musical. Glinda's wedding happens between act 1 and 2, or happens in act 2. You know who's not in the trailer at all?
Is it Jonathan?
Who's Ariana Grande dating? Ethan Slater does not appear, or Bach is the character he plays, does not appear.
Here's the deal. I don't like Ariana Grande. I think that she's a great pick. I think that the cast is great. I'm really excited. As a person, as a whole, I don't care or like Ariana Grande. There's only so many boyfriends and husbands and fiancés that you can take. Once or twice, all right, you know what? Been there. Once you get to about 5 or 6, you got a problem.
I too am not an Ariana Grande fan at all. Beautiful voice. I think she can sing. I'm just not. I couldn't name you a song by Ariana Grande, but I know her voice sounds good.
She literally has a song about stealing your boyfriend because he's bored, or she's bored.
Oh, I know. I know all the goss. Every time all the things I hear about Ariana Grande, it's like her being rude or like having like some sort of like diva-ish behavior.
People need to carry her. Yeah. But her songs are very catchy. I'm not even gonna lie, very catchy. But I'm just not a fan. But I'm really excited to see her in Wicked. I think that she's gonna kill it.
Cynthia's gonna kill it.
Oh yeah, Cynthia's my number 1. Jonathan Bailey, real excited about him.
Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
What? Why did I forget about that? Oh my God, Jeff Goldblum. Wow. I'm so stoked.
I think it's someone I was looking at reviews and they were like, I wasn't sure about Jeff Goldblum being the wizard. And I was like, that was the only one I
typecast.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He's perfect. And
He's
then
the perfect wizard.
And then I heard him speak in the trailer, and then I was okay. And I'm like, Jeff Goldblum, first of all, can act, so I don't know what you were.
Probably, I feel like Ragnarok might have helped too.
But yeah, I'm so excited for this, even to see Ethan Slater as Spock. It's so funny to me because here's the thing: people were like so shocked about that whole situation going down, and I'm just like, this is typical theater kid behavior. Everyone dates each other in musical theater. Theater kids are just a horny bunch of idiots. And it's so funny. When I was talking to my friend, I was just like, why isn't she dating the actor that plays Fiyero? Because everyone knows Fiyero's between Bach.
Who's Fiyero? Jonathan Bailey?
And I was just like, oh, I know why she's not dating Fiyero.
Because what?
He's not interested in her in any way, shape, or form. So she had to pick Bach.
Had to. I feel like we could have just maybe stayed with your husband or just be alone.
And yeah. And
nah,
yeah. Didn't he just had a baby with his high school sweetheart?
Are we going to have a Don't Worry Darling press tour again?
Please. Oh, I don't think so. Well,
I know, because they kind of like each other.
Here's the thing, because Cynthia, I don't think
Cynthia is just a queen and knows how to handle her shit.
And she's a class act. I don't think we'll have, maybe, but you know how much I love the Don't Worry Darling press tour.
I know. I don't know when we're going to get another one of those.
Neither do I.
Yeah, maybe in the next Olivia Wilde film.
I miss those days. That was a fun time for celebrity news and entertainment. That was a good year. So much happened.
Yeah. And what was the last movie that they dropped?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Ooh, Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay. I am excited, but as I've told you, don't read comics, didn't read comics. So I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I'm like of the other side of people. But then all my friends, you guys have all read the comics. You guys have so many theories about what the hell they're doing. And I've heard it so many times from all of you. So give me a little rundown.
I think this is going to be the MCU's version of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
It's a comic. It's a standalone, technically non-canon comic about Deadpool. The character realizes that he and all the characters in the Marvel Universe are characters in a comic book series.
Wild.
And he tries to destroy it, essentially. And I think that's their version of it because, as you know,
Marvel's struggling. I just told you yesterday I watched the Marvels while cleaning, and that was tough. The best part was the end credit scene, which I was still confused on. But I did start Echo, and it's the one where Beast comes in. But then also, I'm in the middle of Echo, which I actually really like because I like the Daredevil stuff going on. But anyways, yeah, Marvel, I don't know what their plan is. I don't see it. I don't see a game plan. I don't think they see it. And it's very apparent that they don't see it. So
every time I see interviews from people working on the movies, they're always like, I've never read the comic. I don't know anything about this character. And they're hiring people who don't care about the source material. And it just makes me a little mad. Bob Iger, fucking hire me. I could help Disney so much. They've had a tough year.
Tell them.
I could
pitch yourself.
I know. Someone just lock me in a room with Bob Iger and 20 minutes of his time.
This can go many ways, but I see where you're going with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not that. I mean, if that's what it takes.
To
save Disney,
to save Marvel. You are saving Marvel.
All of Disney, the whole brand, because the whole brand is a mess right now. Let's fix
Correct.
Just give me a Marvel movie, get me a Star Wars movie, get me one Disney live action, one Disney animated.
Oof.
And I will fucking help you. People will like your movies again.
We will bring you money. I say we because I'm just going to be somehow in the room.
For sure. And I'm cheaper than anyone.
Real cheap. Real cheap. We're on one mic right now. That's how cheap we are.
Exactly. You don't.
It's not even ours.
Honestly, pay us in mics and podcast equipment. Come on. Just
for the first month, and then let's put in the contract. Money will have to be given at some point.
Give Whitney some money.
Yeah, give me some money, please. That would be awesome. Thurlene doesn't need it, apparently.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but like if budgeting wise, if it doesn't, but yeah, I just.
Is this a way for them with Deadpool and Wolverine to like restart the universe? I feel like they've restarted it like 3 times.
Here's the thing about that. I don't think they should do a clean sweep and restart the whole thing.
Right.
Only because what a fucking waste of my goddamn time if they do that. So you mean to tell me we're just going to snap our fingers and everything we've watched leading up to all of this just means nothing? If they do that, I think they will lose a lot of fans and a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I told you I'm in it for the long haul. Like I'm only halfway through Echo, and then I have season 2 of Loki, and I'm caught up. Like I've been on this journey for however long. It's my longest relationship. I need to see where this goes. Maybe it's not all in theaters. I see where it goes, but I'm seeing where it goes. I got the Marvels in last night.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm going to watch the movies. Not necessarily going to love the movies, but I will watch them. And I'm curious to see what happens with Deadpool because they're using it. Is it the only one they're releasing this year?
Yeah, Thunderbolts is next year, right?
Yeah, so this is the only...
Maybe there's TV shows? When's Daredevil is the only thing I can think of that might be. Is next year?
So I think this is the only Marvel movie we are getting this year, and I think they're putting a lot on this movie. And I hope it's... Here's the thing, because the comic that I was telling you about earlier is a non-canon event. I think they might do like a soft-ish reboot or just put something in it that explains what the fuck they're actually doing. Because right now...
I mean, they had to bring Hugh Jackman back.
Let that man retire.
Honestly, his body's been through enough.
Also, as an X-Men fan, I don't want a Wolverine led. Give James Marsden the role he deserves. That's who I feel bad for the most, honestly.
James Marsden, there was a point in time where all the movies that he was doing, he was just like the jilted lover. And it was around that time. It was like Notebook, Enchanted. Wasn't he jilted in that too? Like there was a bunch of them. And I was like, this man, I won't jilt you.
Also, Cyclops is in the comics is way more important than he is in the films.
Really?
He got a real short end of the stick with that one.
He got a Ray Fisher short of the stick.
And that's why I'm just like, it's also Hugh Jackman, poor casting for...
Oh my.
Well, he looks nothing like him in the comic.
Oh.
I mean, Wolverine's like 5'4". But you don't love a short king?
They love me. They love me. This is not a dating podcast, Thurlene, but all I'm going to say is they love me. Sometimes I love them, Sometimes I do love them. 5'4"? Haven't been with a 5'4" since college. I'm not going to lie. Once. Twice.
I feel like you have that one guy.
He was actually 5'3". No, that one guy was 5'7". 5'4" shorter.
I don't think you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, maybe not.
Whatever.
There's been a few. Okay, so... But I am really excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. Not gonna lie. I'm very excited. It's rated R. Those just work for me.
I like the Deadpool movies. I think they're great. I'm curious. I'm gonna watch.
Oh no, we're watching.
Of course. I want to like it. I really do. I do. I want to like it. And I hope it's good. I don't think it will be. I think ever since the Disney Fox merger, this was something I was worried about the most. And I'm seeing this as a way to bring the X-Men into the MCU.
But if they also introduced, like, the Beast, spoiler, For the Marvels, the Beast is in the post-credit scene, so
I
they're
love-
already trying to introduce this.
I
no,
love how you call him the Beast.
what is he called?
Just Beast.
Oh, sick. As ever, I told you before, I'm not a comic book person, but I am invested, and also that I say things wrong all the time, and I just own it at this point. I do. Oh God, now I'm embarrassed.
Don't be. I think it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I let you do it for a while.
You did. I don't know if that's worse or better.
I just think it's cute. I was like, let her.
I said something wrong last week too.
You said it too correctly.
The movie we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And some other Marvel news. You're the one who showed me this, bitch.
What did I show you?
It was released on Valentine's Day.
What was released on Valentine's Day? Oh, Fantastic Four. Oh my gosh. The Fantastic Four casting. I'm so excited. And it was Valentine's Day. I thought it was so cute. It was a nice little like sketch, like art. Oh my God. Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Just the cast.
What
do you
so
think?
all of them, I'm excited. Pedro Pascal's interesting,
Yeah.
right?
No, that's an
interesting one.
I think a lot of people really wanted John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't be in it for the long haul. I feel like Pedro would be down for anything, like in it for the long haul, for how long they need this movie, the people to be. Pedro's the only thing I find interesting. I love everyone else. Also, Joseph Quinn, I didn't realize was in the conversation until that dropped.
I think he's perfect.
Yes.
Casting for Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
He has that lovable, like, misfit that we need for him. Mm-hmm. For Vanessa Kirby, I like the choice.
Me too.
I wanted both Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman to be a little older. Like, just the character.
They are older.
I wanted to be a little smidgen older.
Well,
I wanted her to be like late 40s.
Oh, well,
And
we also don't know how long they want to keep these people. I feel like they don't want to start off with the
That's true.
late 40s.
That's true.
Go into their
I just
60s and 70s.
True, but I think what they're doing is, I think this takes place in the 60s. No,
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
But based on the artwork, it looked...
I think this one's going to take place. It's going to be a period piece, which I'm excited about. Again, I don't know how this ties in, but here's the thing. The Fantastic Four, they really need to do well if they want to do...
Third time's a charm, baby.
If they want to do Secret Wars, they're a very important part to Secret Wars.
Uh-oh.
So I kind of wish they did a Fantastic Four movie a little earlier than what they planned, because I think this is getting released right before, this is the movie before Secret Wars.
Oh, they're like, make it or break it, in it for the
Or
long haul.
Yeah. Because
I think it's all going to be the writing. I think the casting is going to work. But if it's in the 60s, it's going to be interesting to have Pedro Pascal as the leading guy in a time of a lot of racism. No?
Yeah. But we're dealing with the multiverse, so
Oh.
I really don't.
Maybe they're not racist at that time.
Or maybe they live in a universe where that doesn't really matter.
They're colorblind.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. Who knows?
It's all going to be the writers.
It's going to...
They got the right cast for all the Thunderbolts. They got great people in there. Like, they have Fantastic Four. Those actors are incredible. It's all going to... I don't know where these writers are coming from.
I don't know either. Again, Bob Iger, call me, please. I could help you so much.
Yeah.
Listen, I need this to do well.
I could see it. You're really like starting to unravel a little bit.
Because I want Marvel movies I want comic book movies to do well.
Correct.
And like, people have been talking about superhero movie fatigue. I put air quotes around that. I was like, I don't think it's fatigue. I just think the movies aren't as good as they used to be. They're not.
Yeah. Well, I think we should look and see what happened to some of those writers.
They were more passionate about.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. I don't know. Where are they?
Where'd they go? Where'd you go?
Where'd y'all go?
Come back.
Yeah, please.
Come home.
I'm begging you. Or else, Disney hire me. Again, I'm cheaper. But yeah, you seem more enthusiastic about it than I am, because you don't know.
I'm very excited. I feel like I'm just like, not a baby, but I don't know what's going on in the universe to really compare. I only hear what you and our friend group say, because I think all of you guys read comics or read the comics at some capacity.
Yeah.
I might be the only one in our group who has not read one comic.
Not one in your life?
No, my mom wasn't. I think she was the only comic. I read graphic novels, and they're Buffy the Vampire Slayer graphic novels, and I would go and buy those, and I would read those. That is it.
That is a comic book, sweetie.
Okay, well, I don't see a Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe happening. So what use is it to me? I think my mom was like, nah, my kids are not going to be Eagle Scouts, no Girl Scouts, no brownies, and no comic books. And also as a time where like being nerdy wasn't very cool.
I forget you're so older. You're so much older than me. She's not that much older than me.
I am a millennial. And yeah, that was like the time where it wasn't. So I didn't. And I was like a hardcore athlete. But I love the movies.
And comic books were for nerds and you were a jock. Is that what this is?
100%. Because I was also a singer. And it was right when High School Musical was coming out. And I was like, you can do both? It's another time. But yeah, no. But I would watch all the movies. I had no idea what was going on. Now I'll read Wikipedia. But I don't know how you can get started watching comic books now. Like, where do you start?
Wikipedia is a good place to start.
Thank you.
No, I genuinely mean that. Because, yeah,
I need someone to dumb it down for me,
It's years and years and years of lore.
It's decades. It's like half a century, no?
Yeah. Some of these started in like the 60s. Some of these started in like the 50s and I get it. It's it's overwhelming to break into comic books. I always say find a team or a group or a hero that you like. Get a little bit of the backstory. Read what's out. Or read recommendations or read one-offs.
Okay.
Like Mouse or Watchmen.
Okay.
That tends to be a gift I give, is either a copy of Mouse or Watchmen when someone tells me they want to read comic books. I like to
ease us in.
Yeah.
I love how comic book heavy this episode is, especially with like what movie came out this week. Speaking of wanting to like something, can we talk about it now? Oh, why are you looking down? You're bracing yourself. So
yeah, let's talk about it. You say it because I love the way you say it.
Yes, Madame Web came out. Madame Web, is that what I said? Yeah. So for the past couple months, I've been saying Madame Web, and finally last week, Thurlene is like, that's not how you say it, and I was like, what? It's Madame Web, and I told my mom, Ms. Tia, I said, Tia, Madame Web. And she's like, oh yeah. And I go, apparently it's Madame Web. She's like, no, you were saying it right.
Here's the thing. You're not saying it incorrectly. You're saying it too correctly.
That's me. I'm either very incorrect or very too correct.
Yeah. It's like, I gave the example last week. It's like someone coming to an American coffee shop and saying, I want a croissant.
Ew.
That's essentially what you're doing. You're pronouncing it the correct French way. There's nothing wrong with the way you pronounce it. I just think it's cute because, I don't hear it.
Yeah. So, Madame Web. And I did a little rant on Letterboxd. Let me see what I said. You're not on Letterboxd. Wild that you're not. Let's see.
I don't want people to hate me with my film reviews. They would.
I gave it 1.5 stars. I did not push the like button. And I said, anyone else noticed that Ezekiel's... Oh, are you airdropping something to me?
It just started.
Wild.
Our phones were too close to it.
Just like our faces are with this mic. So there's this bad guy, Ezekiel. Anytime he spoke, his audio was not syncing. Anytime, if you looked at it was like a dubbing of a foreign film, but he was speaking English. It just wasn't syncing. What the hell happened?
So it seems like a lot of his lines were re-recorded with ADR in post-production. And here's the thing. I don't know why that is. He is a French actor. Maybe that had something to do.
He was hot
with that, but it was wild. Like,
it took me out of it. I went with our buddy Jeff, who's in our like group chat, and I just looked over at him and I was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "You noticed that too?" I'm like, "Yeah." Anytime he was speaking, was not syncing to his lips. It was like a Netflix dubbed film, you know what I'm talking about? I love international like Netflix stuff. It was wild. I also don't know anything about Madam Web when I went in. I had no idea anything. I didn't know that there were other spider people.
A lot of this they made up.
Oh, really?
So here's the thing.
Oh my God.
Which is fine.
And it was a period piece. 2003.
Let's get into this. There's like an interview on the red carpet where they were like, well, this was great because Madam Web doesn't really have a backstory. And I'm like, yeah, she does. Because here's the thing. I know of Madam Web. I really don't know too much about the character, which I guess was just maybe what they were hoping for. But here's the thing. When I heard that interview, I was like, let me Google the character just a bit. I know what she looks like in the comic books.
It's not Dakota.
It's not. I mean, she's an old woman in the comic books. So, no, it's not Dakota. And they completely just made up a new backstory for the character.
I just don't... What was the purpose? Again, but I guess this isn't really Marvel. This is more Sony. But, like, what was the purpose of this?
Here's the thing. So, with the deal that Sony has with Marvel Studios, in order to keep the rights to the characters, they have to make movies and stuff with these characters in them. So they have the rights to Spider-Man, but they can't use Peter Parker because Disney has the rights to Spider-Man. A little tangent on my rant.
Wait, but aren't all the Spider-Man movies Sony?
No. The Homecoming, like the ones with Tom Holland, those are Marvel movies. But
that's why they couldn't say his name.
And here's the thing. I think the problem with Marvel, with Sony's Spider-Man movies, is they rely on, like, I feel like there's other versions of these films where Peter Parker is referenced, and then they realize, oh, we don't have the rights to it, so we have to take that out and redo the whole thing. Because I heard a rumor about what this movie was supposed to be, and it's not what we got. They wanted to do a Terminator-style movie where the villain goes back in time and tries to kill Mary Parker. That
explains why they had who they had as Mary.
Yeah. To kill Mary Parker before Peter Parker was born. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true that was, but that is a plot. And because
that makes complete sense to me.
So
not these little girls.
Well, I mean, they're characters in the comic books.
That's what, yeah, Jeff, we went for sushi. And I was like, I have questions, Jeff.
So, which sounds like a way better movie. That sounds like such a great movie. But then they were like, oh, well, we can't reference Peter Parker at all. So let's scratch that. And we got...
Bring in Sydney Sweeney and try to make her not look attractive.
Even though...
They really tried. They tried to, like... button her up.
We're gonna put this loose shirt on her.
Loose button-up shirt with this little itty-bitty pleated, like, skirt.
And glasses.
Oh, and let's put a wig on her. Let's try and really make her not... She's hot. And they really tried to not make her attractive.
And they were like, let's make her not confident.
Yeah,
like, it was
not confident. And then there's this one scene where she wants to talk to a boy. And they're like, let me just tie up your shirt like Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time. And I was like, yep, now she's hot. It was like a not another teen movie. Let me take her glasses off. Oh, she's sexy. You know? And it's like, she's sexy the whole movie.
Yeah, I feel like
all of them were.
I feel like the pleated miniskirt is not what she'd do to make someone... I mean,
like, did she go to school? Was she coming from school?
Like, it was so weird because I feel like that's like a thing for a lot of guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like we've been asked to wear little schoolgirl outfits at least once in our lives.
Exactly. Or like I have like I love a plaid skirt, and I get so many comments. Like it's just like that's a thing for, I don't know if you like put her in like frumpy jeans.
Yeah.
Or just
T-shirt.
Yeah. Put her in what I have on right now.
I wasn't as mad as I thought I would be about Dakota Johnson, because the trailer, she just was so awful. Like the voice, you know, like the voiceover, it was just like so bad. And I think I also went into the movie just with horrible. Yeah, I just didn't think it was gonna be good, and I was like, that wasn't terrible. Still 1.5 stars.
I thought that movie was awful. I think they made that movie set in 2003 because they want people to think that this came out in 2003, because it very much felt like I was watching like a Daredevil, like
Elektra.
Yeah, it felt like that was the time period I was watching these movies in, because I was just like and here's the thing, if this movie did come out in 2003, I don't think I would hate it as much. But unfortunately, it came out in 2024.
There wasn't even a post-credit scene. What is this? I waited the whole time.
Oh,
I know.
poor you.
I love those post-credit scenes.
I mean, I always sit through credits, so.
Yeah, we need to give the people the...
Yeah. And I really... Sony, call me. Stop making references to Peter Parker in this. I mean, they did it with this one, too. Mm-hmm. So, Mary Parker makes an appearance in this movie, and so does Ben Parker. If you don't know who Ben Parker is, have you seen a Spider-Man? And they also make references to like the line of like with Ray
Yes.
And I was just like, oh.
I looked at Jeff and I said the line to him, and he just was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
So, and I'm just like, oh God. Here's the thing. Just stop it. We know you guys can't have Peter Parker in your movies, so stop making references to Peter Parker in your movies.
Why are they making a universe based on... I thought that they could make a Spider-Man movie.
They can make a Spider-Man movie. They can't make a movie with Spider-Man when Spider-Man is Peter Parker. They that's the thing. They can't have Peter Parker in their movies.
Oh God.
Because they gave the rights to that to Disney. And
so the Spider-Man movies that I really like, those Tom Holland films, those are Disney?
Those are Marvel Studios, yes.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I love those little Spider-Man movies.
They're
so good.
They're good. They are really
I
good.
thought that this was going to be connected.
They can't do that. Different studios.
So who the hell is this? Venom? And
they can do Venom. They could do Morbius.
So why are they making a Spider-Man universe and they can't use Spider-Man?
Because they want to keep the rights to it.
No, but I'm saying it in general, like, where are you going with this?
But here's the thing. I go back.
Is Miles coming?
Can I?
Oh, my bad.
Here's the thing. I go back and forth with Sony's ownership of Spider-Man just because, I mean, I don't want them to make any more like live action Spider-Man movies because they're not doing well. But
wait, Tom Holland's?
That's not Sony's.
Oh.
We just had this conversation,
like,
Whitney.
No, but I love those. Oh, you talking about Amazing Spider-Man? Which one are the Sony live action Spider-Mans?
All the ones that don't have Tom Holland are Sony.
Venom. Got it.
So it's the Venom. I just
Morbius.
listed these movies 2 seconds ago, Whitney.
Oh, man, my bad. I was getting upset when I heard that they shouldn't make Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, can I
proceed? My
Thank
bad.
you. Anywho, I go back and forth because here's the thing. I mean, I don't like what they're doing with Spider-Man, and I love Spider-Man. I think Disney does better with Peter Parker, and I really think they just need to just get rid of, like, you can make a whole universe with Spider-Man characters and just leave out fucking Peter Parker. We don't need Peter. We've seen Uncle Ben die, or a version of Uncle Ben die in 3 different, we're done. I don't need Peter fucking Parker. You know who I do like?
Who?
Miles fucking Morales. Those are some of the Sony animated Spider-Verse movies are some of the best comic book movies.
Absolutely. They're incredible.
They are so good from an animation standpoint, from a story. Like, this is what I want from live action superhero movies. I want whatever team is behind the Miles Morales universe, Spider-Verse situation.
Where are those researchers and writers? What are they doing? Do they need another job? They might.
Marvel, call them.
Yeah.
And that's why I go back and forth, because I love what they're doing. I mean, guys, you don't have the rights to Peter Parker. Stop making references to him. I felt like the whole Mary Parker situation was like, oh, what's his name? We can't say his name. It's Peter. Oh, but Uncle Ben, you can put wink, wink, nod, nod. You can put 2 and 2. Like, I don't fucking care. I feel like trying to do that just made the movie even worse. I mean, that movie was hot garbage anyway. And like, you could have made a whole Spider-Woman movie.
Listen, the best part of Madame Web was the press tour. Dakota Johnson having to speak. That's freaking gold. Like,
I have to agree. Just her, because she knows. I feel like she's aware of what this movie.
She's aware of the movie. She's aware of, I think, press tour, because I think she's an indie actress. That's what she wants to do. I know that she's been in a couple franchises, and I've had this debate with Jeff. Like, I think, I don't think actors do these big movies and franchise movies so that they can not have to worry and do other films. Yeah. You do Twilight so you can do indie films. You do Marvel stuff so you can do indie films. Like, it's a thing. That's what, and they've even talked about, like, Dakota did 50 Shades so that now she doesn't have to nickel and dime her decisions. She can make what she wants. She can make what she wants to make. So I think she knew what was up. I think that she just every day, Instagram just gave me some perfect audio clip of her just being just Dakota being Dakota. And that's why I gave this 1.5 stars. You know what? I didn't give it 1.5 stars to the movie. I gave it for the press tour that was added to the movie.
Okay. As someone who loves a messy press tour, I will give you that, because this press tour, just snarky little Dakota Johnson, just be like, I gotta promote this shitty movie, was great. Truly.
Agree.
Yeah, no, this movie is... Don't see this movie. We saw it, so you don't have to.
But if you are like me, who has to continue this weird, tumultuous relationship with comic book films, and you want to know what's going on in the next one, then watch it at home.
You don't have to watch this one. Because here's the thing. This one is a standalone from what I've heard. It's just this. This
I don't
is
trust it. I got to watch them.
And, I mean, it's not going to be in the Marvel universe.
I don't know what they're doing.
It's not part of the MCU whatsoever, like Disney's.
But Sony's little world?
I think they just want to make I mean, did you see a reference to Morbius or Venom in this?
No.
So I think this is just its own thing in its own world.
God damn it. Then no, you don't need to see this.
Yeah. I even think Dakota Johnson said you don't at one point. No, she said you don't have to watch other movies to understand this one. But I really think she meant you don't have to watch this.
They did that clip to make it say that.
But yeah, don't. I mean, here's the thing. Some people have said that they think it's so bad it's good. Not us. I just thought this was bad.
Well, what I found interesting was that, so another movie came out, which I did not go see, but you did, was the Bob Marley One Love. Did I send it to you? How it did better than expected. And then I was like, well, maybe I watched the wrong fucking movie. Oh, here we go. It beats expectations. So it had 80 million worldwide box office, 93% on Rotten Tomatoes with audience score, which
really?
Yeah, it's right. That's why I sent it to you. I was like, but then when we go to the movie that I chose to watch, because I only had time to fit in one movie this weekend, it's 51.5 million worldwide with 55% audience score, and that was as of today. So we'll see if that drops tomorrow. But that was for Madame Web. But yeah, you want to tell me, do I need to see Bob Marley One Love?
I mean, do you like Bob Marley?
I do, and I love a biopic.
Then go see it. My nephew saw it with his girlfriend.
The fact that your nephew has a girlfriend
is insane.
Insane.
Yeah. And they both really liked it. A lot of the people I was in I mean, I'm not a big biopic girl.
I love a biopic. If it's a Wikipedia just being like shown to me with pictures, and I'm like, yes.
So I feel like you're the target audience for this. So yeah, you should go see it. It's fine.
Did they show him die?
No. I mean, they showed like the begin, like
Him being sick.
him being diagnosed.
That actor is so hot. He's so hot.
Oh, your first non-white person.
I stand for him. Do I know his name?
Oh God,
Kingsley? I think it's Kingsley. I love him because I watched Barbie, and also he was in Secret Invasion on Disney Plus, the show last year, and that was a horrible show, and I watched it for him. So if he ever listens to this, I watched it because of you. I also love
you're right. It's Kingsley.
Ooh, it's Kingsley.
I
Kingsley's in my stand corner.
Here's the thing. I thought his first name was his last name. I was like, I think his name is Ben. No, it's Kingsley Ben. I was like, I think you're getting it wrong, but no,
Oh, you were gonna come for me. Your fingers went up
I wasn't
there.
gonna come for you. I was just like, I think, but like, I was just like, let me double check because I don't want to be wrong either. But it is Kingsley. Lashana Lynch plays his wife, plays Rita.
Yeah,
who
I love her.
And it's so funny with these movies about all these like great men. The actresses who play the wives are always killing it.
She's great.
Because like with Oppenheimer, I feel like
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I feel like Emily Blunt killed Oppenheimer. Like she was the best part.
Yeah.
With Maestro.
Yeah. Carey Mulligan. Yeah. They
killed it. And I feel like she killed it as Rita. There's like this one scene where I'm just like, girl, Oscar. If anything, this saved the movie for me.
NAACP award, baby.
But that saved the movie for me. Her performance as his wife, because I found out more about Bob Marley. He has 11 kids.
And from how many women?
I don't know how many women, but do you know how many are Rita's?
Not all of them.
That he has with Rita? 3.
And she raised all of his kids.
Yeah.
That was the thing that I read because I had to read Wikipedia, I guess, but because I didn't see the movie. But yeah, no, she raised all of his kids from all these different women.
She's a ride or die. Mm-hmm. Damn, girl. Couldn't be me. She's still alive, too.
We'd have many conversations.
Still alive. Still with us.
She probably goes to a doctor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't. He went, and then he was like, I'm not, because, yeah.
She probably listened to the doctor. Let me rephrase. She probably listened to the doctor with the medical degree.
They wanted to cut off his toe, and he was like, nah. I'm just like, dude, I mean, it was the big toe. I get it. I mean, you need that one to walk, so.
Yeah, but he also didn't need it to survive.
That's true.
Yeah.
To rate our films, Whitney.
Oh, we're going to rate our films. Okay.
Okay. How many shots would it take you to watch Madam Web again?
Shots of tequila?
Shots of whatever you want it to be, baby.
Oof. If I had to do shots of tequila, probably 6.
6 shots of tequila to watch.
6 shots of tequila to watch Madame Web. That's just when Wenty would come out. And it would be just real exciting with the music playing. I feel like Wenty, which is my drunk alter ego, would just be having a grand old time with Britney playing in the background with the Beyonce poster. You kidding me? Wenty would love that shit.
Here's the thing. I forget how much taller you are than me sometimes because I'm like, 6 shots.
Yeah, no, 6 shots. I would just start to like turn a corner a little bit, I think.
6 shots would kill me. I was like, 6 shots is so many. But again, Whitney is a whole foot taller than me.
I'm 6'2".
And I'm 5'2" and a half.
Ooh.
Yeah. For me?
Yeah. How many Shirley Temples would it take for you to watch Madame Web?
I think you would have to make grenadine syrup from every pomegranate in the world in order for me to watch this movie again.
Wow.
We'd have to deprive the supply of pomegranate.
Okay.
Yeah. Not even if it was randomly on TV and I was bored one day, I don't think.
Oh my God.
I'm saying this.
Okay.
For Bob Marley, if it was on TV, I'd watch it. So I'd say just like 3 Shirleys.
3 Shirleys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of sugar.
That is a lot of sugar. You might like it.
Yeah. I might get a little sugar high and like it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we have coming up next week, movie-wise? Drive Away Dolls?
Yes.
I'm excited about that.
I am excited about that too. And then some...
Ordinary Angels?
Sure.
Ordinary Angels? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Less excited about that one.
Yeah, I might skip it, but you're going to see it.
I might not. We'll see.
Yeah, it's a long week.
I might catch up on movies that week, honestly. I still have to see a few movies, so that might be a catch-up day for me.
I gotta see Bob Marley.
You do?
I think I'm caught up, though, right?
With what you want to see? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
Avatar, The Last Airbender show comes out, and I am going to get into that.
I love that for you.
Thank you. Also, that I didn't read comics, didn't watch anime. So
you didn't watch the show, but you did watch the movie.
I did see the movie when it came out in theaters. Wolfie, my brother's name is Wolfie. Wolfie is your age. Yeah. So 5 years younger. And Wolfie we were just on like the cusp of different generations. I was really into Pokemon.
We are the same generation.
You and Wolfie.
No, we're both millennials. We're both millennials.
Are you a millennial?
Yes.
Thank God. But no, like we talked about this where it was like I liked Pokemon and Sailor Moon. I wasn't into Dragon Ball Z. I wasn't into Dragon Ball Z because I think it came out a little after my time. But Wolfie loved Dragon Ball Z. I think Wolfie liked Avatar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wolfie liked that. So we went to the movies to see it. Was it a Nickelodeon movie?
I think so. I don't actually know because it's crazy that you've seen a movie that doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wolfie liked it.
He
says he doesn't. He did.
There is no live action Avatar movie in Ba Sing Se. If you watched the show, you would understand that reference.
I didn't. Therefore, I'm going to say there was a movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Early 2000s.
Nope.
We sat almost front row.
Did you say early 2000s?
I don't know when it came out. Wolfie was young.
Yeah.
So I'm going to crack that open, I think.
I feel like you should watch the show. It's so good, Whitney.
We'll see.
It's really good.
We'll see.
It's so good.
We'll see.
Please do it.
I'll try.
Please. I watched The Notebook.
Yeah, but that was a movie. You want me to watch a whole series. That's longer.
It's like 3 seasons.
That's long.
That's not that long.
Right now I'm watching Feud. There's a new episode this week. I got Abbott Elementary new episode.
All of these episodes are already up on air. You just have to binge. A little binge.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Okay. And then there's a bunch of stuff on Netflix that I haven't. There's this rom-com Players I want to get into.
You don't have to watch that. Watch Avatar, The Last Airbender.
I love a rom-com. Tom Ellis is in it. Hot.
Rewatch Lisa Frankenstein.
I would go rewatch Lisa Frankenstein. I feel like I missed a couple things. I want to watch it again. I feel like I'll get a new experience from it.
But you should watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's arguably one of the best shows.
Okay, well,
out there.
I will watch the one next week as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you have it, guys. This was Take a Sip with Thurlene and Whitney. I'm Thurlene.
And I'm Whitney.
We'll think of a signed off.
We'll think of one day.
You'll think of we're
thinking of a lot of things.
Yeah, we have a lot to do, guys.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
We'll get it right.
Yeah.
Bye.